Namaste viewers, welcome back to Gnanadegula channel. In this episode, we will see the story, we will learn the story of Brihannala. Brihannala was none other than Arjuna. Arjuna was, for a year, he was under a curse and then he became a eunuch. This particular incident, it helped them, it helped the Pandavas during their Agnatavasa, that is, during the 1 year incognito exile period, where nobody should be able to recognize them. If any of the people from Kauravas side recognize them, they would be sent back for another 14 years of exile. That was the agreement made. So during this 1 year incognito exile period in the Mahabharata, Arjuna, who was the third of the Pandavas' brother, he was in the guise of Brihannala, a eunuch. This transformation was not just like that, it was not like that. It was a consequence of a curse by the Apsara Stree called Urvasi. When Arjuna, he stopped her advances. Urvashi wanted to be with Arjuna, but Arjuna, he stopped her advances. Urvashi got wild. She was deeply in love with Arjuna. She wanted to get married to Arjuna, but Arjuna refused it. Therefore, Urvashi, she got very angry and then she cursed him to become a eunuch, which for life, she cursed him for life. Then later Indra, negotiated and Indra told her and he mitigated to 1 year period. Only 1 year, he would turn out to be a neutral gender, and therefore this particular particular curse became a boon for Arjuna during the Agnatavasa. This Arjuna utilized the curse during this period of that is called anonymity, that nobody should be able to recognize. As Brihannala, he took over the name as Brihannala. Arjuna served as a dance and music instructor to Uttara. They went to the kingdom there. Then when they were staying, he was an instructor to Uttara, the daughter of King Virata Raja. Virata was a small kingdom, he went there, they went there and then they stayed there. And then he became a instructor, he became a dance teacher to Uttara. Along with this, he also became the chariot of Uttara Kumara. Uttara Kumara was the brother of Uttara. So he became the charioteer. He used to driver of the chariot. And Uttara Kumara was to confront the Kauravas after the death of Kichaka. All those things are another episode. However, when the Kauravas seized the opportunity to raid Virata's cattle, so Virata Raja, Virata King, they had a huge number of cattle, and then Kauravas, they cut out of all those cattle and then they were driving to their country, they were driving to their land. Then Uttara Kumara initially he started to fight against the Kauravas. But when he started with Uttara Kumara, he had this Arjuna as his charioteer, and they both went to fight the Kauravas. Initially, he was so much to this thing that he would fight the entire army, but little, very little, the moment he saw those warriors on the on the war field, he was so fearful, and then he was fleeing back from the battlefield. They, as usual, a remarkable turn of events. Brihannala took charge of the chariot. He brought back this running Uttara Kumara, tied him to this chariot, and started fighting against the Kauravas. Despite facing daunting odds, great odds, Brihannala, he displayed immense courage and then skill. Ultimately, he emerged victorious, defeated all the Kaurava army. This extraordinary feat, it was not ordinary, it was a very great feat. But this extraordinary feat, Virata was very much this thing. He honored this Brihannala, and he also earned Brihannala's the admiration and respect of all who witnessed the battle. The battle was very, very fearful. In that, Brihannala, he became victorious. Brihannala's courageous actions during this critical moment, it exemplified his unwavering dedication to righteousness and justice. Now it became more, it cemented his place as a legendary figure in the epic of Mahabharata, we can say. Yes, this is one of the episodes of Arjuna, where Arjuna fights with the Kauravas family under the guise of Brihannala, and defeats all the Kaurava army, the entire Kaurava army, and then releases the cattle of Virata, who had a big herd of cattle. He got it released and then brought it back. This is the story of Brihannala. With this story, we will conclude this episode of the story of great men of our Mahabharata and Ramayana. Now I request you to please share, like, and then subscribe to my channel. Thank you, viewers.